Let's get this thing off here too. Hello, little buggy. Y'all gonna come back and start bugging me again? Getting to be that time of year, ain't it? Oh boy, oh boy. So, how does this thing come up? Pull it. Oh, I see. Do that and pull that up. Okay. And this has got a screw broke off right there. I think I'm going to try to split this board. I'd rather split the board than yank this screw out of here and cause any more damage in there. There's a screw with the end of it rusted off here, but I think with the grain of the wood I can get that off of there. Splitting the wood. I kind of knew I was going to hit my hand doing that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Felt it coming. Pretty interesting here. Alright, let's go put a message up on the... I have met so many nice people already on the Boston Whaler Facebook pages. People have been really nice. That's kind of interesting. You kind of go in a different direction. Find yourself making new friends from another world. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I like it. I like it good. Hey Daisy, you're sitting in my seat. Bless your heart. Yeah, I like that seat too. Mind if I sit down in it? Okay. I appreciate it, sweetie. I know you was comfortable, but I try to make up for it by being a good daddy, okay? Okay. Alright, let's get out our computer and see what's going on over there. This looks like a good way to get a finger pinched, don't it? Oh, the more junk I take off of it, the better it looks. Now I got some more junk down here. And those old screws look pretty rusty, but maybe they'll just spin right out. I'm talking about this and that. You think they put enough screws in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, they probably did. That's what I keep finding is these things will just spin, but they won't come out. think I'm gonna have to take this seat off. There's some screws in here like this. These look like they've never been out. These look like they have been out. These are all straight heads, except for that, which somebody stuck in there, I believe. But maybe if I took one side out, I could lift this seat out, and then I could get to the screws that are underneath that. I think that's the most sensible way to go. Got a little screwdriver here. I don't know if it's got a big enough head on it to turn those or not. Wouldn't hurt to try. Oh, there's Honey Baby, she's home. Brass, I'm guessing, because it's got a green tint to it, and stainless because it don't. Okay. Let's see if we can get another one out. I'm going to save those original screws and put them back in there when the time comes. That is not an original screw. Now when this comes out, see, this has the pulleys on it. When this boat came out, it had pulleys for the steering instead of like nowadays they have cables, hydraulics, all kind of stuff like that. These literally had these cables were cable, like a piece of cable, not like a piece of, something that slides through a tube. And this is mahogany wood, and of course it is certainly restorable. That's one of the things I used to do working in the shop. And now that that's off, I can lift this seat off right here, which has all this stuff on it, but that will allow me to get to these screws under here. So let's set that up there. We'll take all these. Probably ought to go get me a bag or a cup or something to put all these in. I'll do that. Now that we've got that off of there, I should reasonably be able to expect to just be able to pull this out like this. Now think about this board right here. Mahogany. It's probably been in this boat since it was made, and if you sit on that, just think about, you've got a pretty wide stretch of people putting their weight on a single 1-inch board, and it has held up through all these years. Now this boat could very easily go back to the 60s and even earlier, so just think about that. That's pretty amazing. I don't know if you could get mahogany. I'm sure somebody sells it, and some that I've looked online is just crazy expensive. I know people talk about, the rainforest and Brazilian mahogany and all that, and a lot of things that you can't get anymore because we've used it all up. But I'm guessing this could be some of that. Mahogany comes up in a lot of things, like guitars and things like that, made out of mahogany. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Now the next thing is to get this monstrosity out of here. And no wonder these didn't come out. Look at the Look at these things. That's the insides of these screws. Look at that. They're just completely rusted away. And one's still in the boat over here. Might have to yank it out. Might have to prise it out. It ain't gonna turn. Tell you what, might not hurt just take a grinder and snip it right there. Might do less damage than trying to pull it out. Okay. And this piece, this is another original piece. It's just laying in the boat there. But you can tell, see how it's shaped, and it's mahogany. Now, there's a piece that I'm almost sitting on behind me, and I think it was part of the these things had a little mahogany console box in them. I think it's part of that. Alright, I'm going to pull all this stuff out of here now. Might want to turn the water hose in here and wash it. I don't know though. On the other hand, see all these holes, if I put water in here, water's going to go down in there, and I don't want that. So I might have a hole stopping party before I do anything like that. I guess I could go ahead and take out this other piece of mahogany over here. Just to, well, I know it's going to need to come out, so take it out and preserve it, put it someplace safe. Let me get this junk out of the way. It's really nice that the way this trailer's made, I can just step right out onto it. That makes it a lot easier. Oh, here's something interesting. And fish hooks. There's a bunch of fish hooks right here. Apparently they fell down in here at some point and got stuck in there. That's funny. Fish hooks still look pretty good. So I guess I've been corrected. I've been talking about this mahogany and somebody said, hey, that's teak. And I guess it would be. That's usually what they use on these vintage boats, or what they used. So even more so. So that's a pretty good start for the day. I got all that crap out of there. I think what I'll do is, the sun's starting to go toward the horizon. It starts getting cooler when it does. So I think I'll come back tomorrow and probably blow everything out with an air compressor, and then suck everything out with a vacuum cleaner and try to get as much of the crap out of here as I can. A couple interesting things on this boat. Here's one. This is it looks like a ground connection that screws into the side of the boat. Now, you know, you would think the boat would be all fiberglass and foam, but back here there's a couple of wires that come out here. I'm sure some Boston whaler enthusiast could tell me about that. It almost looks like they set this up to run something electrical back here, maybe a trolling motor, I don't know. But I did hear or remember reading about something about running wires, how to run wires on one of these, so maybe there's a channel through the hull that I don't know about. This is really ugly, but it's such that I can literally just pull it off, so It looks like a couple of cuts here into this, so I'm going to want to carefully, I'm just going to want to carefully, we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to put this back in the building over there for tonight, and then I'll come back at it tomorrow. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan so far. I ran these seats on Marketplace. I ran the 12-foot aluminum boat and the paddle boat and the mini speedboat. Actually the mini speedboat I listed on the mini speedboat website. I figured I'd let them have the first hit at it. If they don't buy it, I'll put it on Marketplace. But I'm selling a lot of boats. And I've also got the Rambler run on the Rambler site, and if somebody buys that, then I'll be a lot more liberal with my spending on the restoration of this boat than I will be otherwise. Otherwise, I'll be nickel and diming it like I can do. Okay then, getting chilly. I'm going to put things away and go in the house. See y'all.